We're here at Sandy Kim's apartment in Chinatown, in the thick of Chinatown, and we are shooting the fashion story for our April-May Icon issue, which is dedicated to Philip Glass. Philip Glass to us was very New York, so we just thought, you know, he created all his music in crappy apartments, downtown New York.
Small. It's just that energy, young, artistic, New York, you know, allowing New York to help you find that person you feel you want to be, right, so to speak.
You know, we had this concept for this tiny New York apartment, you know, being a hub of creativity, but how did that inform you when you were picking the clothes for the story? Like, what did you want the clothes to look like?
I just, something bright, something live, just something free. Just free, bright prints, anything.
I think this apartment's like, I don't know, there's a lot of character to it, like the walls, like we took it as is, like we got a deal on it because like the walls are all fucked up, like it's not painted well and like the closet's broken or whatever, but yeah, I don't know, it's really cozy and it's nice for just me and my boyfriend. I'll start with like a few ideas, but I never usually execute it. I just kind of go with the flow and like, I don't know, that's just like how I work, I go with the flow. If you're a creative individual, you can make anything work, especially a cramped ass space that's messy like this.
Sandy is cool, man. I must say that I think that Sandy was the perfect person to do this.
She's definitely a photographer with her own vibe.
Sandy's just Sandy, man.
When we were doing the story, like, avant-garde was like a funny word for us to try to use, even though
avant-garde.
Avant-garde. I mean, that was what guided us, but at the same time, we always felt that everything Fader does is avant-garde. So we had to sort of play with it a little bit, and I think that masked photo is something we've never done before.
I think the masked photo captured where we wanted to go, which was what we didn't know.
It happened organically too.
Yeah. It wasn't grabbed planned. It. What's some of your other favorite?
Tom Brown is obviously one of our favorite designers.
By the way, he had an excellent showing at New York Public Library.
Right, so we got a showpiece from his last runway show. And so it was a very intricately sequined, sort of boxy shoulder.
It's interesting, it's kind of fly. It's expensive.
Yes, expensive. And that color is really crazy, that yellow, like a bumblebee, the yellow and the black plaid.
That was cool.
Another image we liked was the photo girl with hair covered on her face, sunglasses over.
That happened organically too.
Yeah.
With their arms on the wall.
Right.
Just hanging. And we were like, oh, let's... The whole day we kind of knew that we wanted to use that somehow.
All of the girls that we worked with on the shoot were amazing for different reasons, but Ariel was really cool because she came in all her own gold jewelry.
Ariel was blinged out.
Blinged out. So we put her in 2 bathing suits, you know? I mean, you can't get simpler than that. I mean, they were kind of bright bathing suits, but her gold jewelry did a lot of the talking.
I think we did what we set out to do.
Yeah.
You know?
I think so,
I think
too.
that we didn't know what it was going to be, but it became something that's I can appreciate for sure.
And being in that cramped space made us very excited for summer fashion.
Yeah.
So for our next issue, we will be running around in wide open spaces,
Freedom.
feeling breezes,
Freedom.
and putting our feet into the water
Freedom.
to get out of that apartment.
Freedom.